everyone, welcome to What All About. For today's video, we have got this beautiful 2022 Changan CS-85, the mid-size coupe SUV from Changan. Comes along with a 2-liter turbo petrol engine and a price tag of around 140,000 dirhams here in UAE. So in today's video, we will take a full detailed in-depth look at the exterior, interior, technology and a POV test drive of the CS-85. So let's begin with the exterior first. So talking about the exterior of the CS-85, the major attraction here is right from the first look, we can see that rear sloping roof line, the coupe kind of design that is given really well by Changan to this car. The design is done in a really perfect way. The car looks really huge and really appealing and sporty. And along with this red color lines on the sides as well as on the front side, that gives a sporty look to this car. So here is a sport variant of the CS-85, which is the top of the line trim level. The major attraction at the front end is that large butterfly grille, which is blacked out, and Changan has given that S badging for the sport trim level. Now coming towards the headlamps, these are Changan's full LED automatic headlamps, along with some really nice daytime running lamp, which includes this portion as well as the indicator lamp area. And below here we have got some matrix LED fog lamps, that's what Changan calls them, and the front end completely is blacked out. And if you look at the bottom here, there is kind of a fake carbon fiber finish given here, and in here sits the radar for the adaptive cruise control and the forward collision warning, etc. So you can see there is a nice chrome lining also given all the way across the front end. So the front end design is really nice and beautiful. Now coming towards the sides, so here is a detailed side profile of the CS-85. You can see there are some nice aluminum roof rails on the top. There is a sunroof available for this car. There are no panoramic options, and there are some really nice chrome lining given all around the windows, and the center pillars are all blacked out. The mirrors has got automatic folding function, and an indicator lamp is integrated on that, along with a nice wide angle camera for the 360-degree camera system. There are some nice linings given on the sides. And coming towards the wheel, here we are getting a 19-inch wheels along with 225 series tires on all 4 wheels. So now coming towards the rear side, look at the beautiful sloping roof line. Changan has really done a nice job in designing this car. So on the top we have got a black shark fin antenna along with some high mounted stop lamp, and here is a look at the rear, the tail lamps, full LED with some beautiful design given inside the tail lamps. That's really looking nice. And again, similar to the front end, there is a nice chrome lining all across the rear side. There's a 360T showing the torque number of the car and the CS-85 badging and the Changan badging on the other side. We are getting some real quad exhaust tips here, along with some fake carbon fiber kind of a diffuser looks here. And also you can see there is a rear fog lamp mounted over there, and the reverse lamps are located here at the bottom. Now about the number plates, here we have the rear view camera along with the trunk release button located somewhere. So since it is having a sloping roof line, it's a really large boot opening here. It's around 420 liters of storage space which we are looking at. And below here we can have a spare tire along with some other storage pockets and tools. There is an option to close the trunk electronically. Now coming towards the left side, here we have the fuel filling cap, which has got a lever to open at the bottom of the driver's seat. So that's it about the exterior looks of the CS-85. A really nicely done exterior design, really appealing one. The only thing I found quite less was that exhaust tips. If they have given a little bit more bigger exhaust tip, that would have made the look of the car amazing and really sporty. So before getting inside, let's have a look at the key fob of the car. Here is the Changan's key fob. The rear side has a Changan logo, and on the front side we have got multiple buttons over here. So we'll go one by one. Here is a lock and an unlock buttons here. There is a drive and reverse buttons. That's for the function of the car, which allows the cars to pull it out itself or drive inside their parking space through this remote control. And there is a 2-tap to open the trunk and another button to activate the parking function, and then we have got the remote start button as well. In order to activate the automatic parking function, first of all we'll have to turn on the car by pressing and holding the remote start button. So now once the car is started, press and hold the park button for a couple of seconds. That will open the rear view mirrors as well as it will turn on the indicators. Now the car is ready to move in or out of a parking space. Simply press and hold the drive key to move the car to the front side. That's it. If there is any obstacle, the car will stop by itself. And similarly, if you want to move it back, simply press and hold the reverse key and the car will start moving reverse automatically. A really nice job done by Changan, and the key fob is also looking quite nice, and it's a compact size one. So now to get inside the car, we have got keyless entry for the driver and passenger seats. There is no keyless entry function on the rear doors. So to lock or unlock the car, simply press this button that will lock the car and press it once again to unlock the car for you. Talking about the door panels, it's really a wide opening doors here, and looking at the door itself, it looks really luxurious and premium here with all nice materials used. On top we have got some really good leather finish with some contrasting white color stitching, and then we are getting some piano black element with some aluminum kind of trim, and that beautiful metal finish speaker grills along with the seat memory function switches. Below that we have got the red leather finishes here along with the window controls. All 4 windows has got the automatic up and down controls here with the mirror controls below. And below that we have some nice amount of storage space along with another really nice metallic speaker system, part of the 10 speaker audio. And looking at the door sills, we have got the CS-85 logo here, which is illuminated. And here is a look at the beautiful interior of the CS-85. It's really premium looking interior, really good finishes around here. So let's jump in and have a full detailed look at this interior. So before that, let's take a look at the seats. Really nice finish, perforated leather. The seat has got heating and ventilation options along with 8-way power adjustments here for the driver with the lumbar support, and 4-way power adjustments for the passenger seats. Let's get inside. So it's a really solid sounding door here. So now talking about the interior, it's all premium materials used here. From the door panel, that same design, piano black design, continues all the way to the dashboard, and even this part integrates some really nice ambient lighting. On the top we have that same leather finish of the door continues here with some contrasting stitching. A center speaker is there. Now the major attraction, the 12.3-inch infotainment system and some really nicely integrated AC vents at the bottom with some physical controls, and then the AC controls comes to the center console itself with some toggle buttons for the temperature and fan speed, and a lot of capacitive touch buttons. Below here we have got the nice electronic gear shifter for the 8-speed transmission, 2 nice cup holders along with the slot kind of storage for your mobile phones, a drive mode selector, electronic parking brake, then a covered space for the power outlets such as the 12-volt and the USBs, and some card holders in here. So now taking a detailed look here Over to the left side, we have got some controls. The first one is for dimming, for adjusting the illumination of the instrument cluster and the infotainment screen. Then we have the electronic stability control off button, the hill descent assist, and the auto start off function on off button, the trunk release button, and the headlight level adjustment button here. Now coming to the steering wheel, it's a manually tilt and telescopic steering wheel with a nice flat bottom and some aluminum finishes. Over to the left side, we have the stack for the automatic full LED headlamps, and on the right side we have the controls for the automatic wipers. There are no paddle shifters available here. The steering wheel itself is finished with some really nice red stitching inside. And on the left side we have controls for the adaptive cruise control, the cruise control on off button as given the top and bottom, and the speed adjustment button. From here we can adjust the following distance to the vehicle in front of you, and here is the adjustment for the cruise speed. And here this button controls the source of the media playback. And over to the right side we have got the volume plus and minus, and the next and previous or the Bluetooth hands-free answering buttons here. And here this buttons controls the instrument cluster. So basically this menu button you can press and go through different available menu options such as the contacts, general information. If you want to select that particular option, simply click OK in this toggle button, and it will bring up the menus, and you can scroll down with this button to access different options. So what available here are the driving mode usage information, that basically brings the details about each driving mode of this car, what is the average speed used, what is the fuel consumption in that particular mode, etc. Now the next option is call history and the phone contacts option. General information, that brings some trip informations along with the average speed and the tire pressure information that will be displayed after driving for some time. So that's it in the general information. Then the next one will be appearance and theme. From here we can choose different themes for the instrument cluster. For example, right now we are moving into the scientific theme, and here is how that looks. Really nice animations. You can see that shows us kind of a galaxy that is revolving around. So again, if we go to the appearance and themes, you will get a sport theme which we were in before, and the classical appearance that looks kind of dials, classic dials. Here it is. And then we have got an automatic option in which the appearance changes depending on the drive mode you are in. Then there is a warning tab. If you have any warning, it will be showed in this area. That's it. These are the adjustable part in this instrument cluster. And if in general we have got the speedometer and the RPM along with the engine temperature and fuel gauge is on left and right side. In the center, or depending on the drive mode, it will be showing the line keep assist notification. So the car will be always displayed there. And even it is cool that if you apply the brake, the car in there applies the brake as well. And if you put the headlights on, you can see that turns on the headlight in that model car itself. And it will always show the nearby cars whichever is detected by the radar on each side of the lines. And the line departure warning also warnings also will be shown on that two lines showing on each side of the vehicle. So that's it about the instrument cluster. It's a pretty easy to use one and easily readable as well. There is no head-up display option in this car. Now coming towards the center control stack, the Changan 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system, really easy to use and really user-friendly one. Now let's go to the major functions here. This is the home screen itself, which has got multiple tabs and it is always configurable. Simply press and hold to relocate each tab as you wish. And if you scroll down, you have a notification area. Wireless LAN, Bluetooth and door locks can be controlled from here, along with the brightness and volume controls. Any other notifications will be shown in this part. And we have got the time and currently playing media informations on the top. Here we have option to choose different options. We can add multiple options, drivers in here with the names, and everything can be configured separately. There will be some functions of the car which will be saved along with the profiles. And here these three dots bring some shortcuts here. For example, we can simply jump into Bluetooth music and video, or customize option which will bring the theme options for this center screen. These functions are also accessible through different menus in the infotainment system. Now let's jump into the infotainment, to the navigation system. It's a general navigation system which we have already reviewed in the Changan Edo Plus earlier, so I'm not going into details. Next one is a music player. So here we have multiple options to choose from. There is a 2 GB memory inbuilt available in this car. Otherwise you can connect a USB or Bluetooth media to play back the audio. And then we have a phone tab for the hands-free system. Then we have the radio tab here. We have the general radio. Almost all the FM radio stations will be displayed over here. We can choose and favorite multiple stations, whichever we want, by pressing this button here. The next one is a vehicle settings tab. If you press that, that brings some settings related to the car. So the first one is named as body settings, which controls some functions such as the driver lock mode and the parking automatic lock and the rear view mirrors auto fold and rear view mirror reverse assist, memory drive mode, etc. So if you click on each item, detailed information will be shown on the right side. So for example, the memory drive mode is turn on this function to turn off and power on again. It will remember the correct driving mode you were in. So like that, all the informations are very much detailed in here. Now next is the lighting settings. As we told earlier, there is a really beautiful ambient lighting available in this car. So we can choose from 64 different colors from here. Here is the luminance level, and below here this ambient light switch, if you turn it on, you will get lot of other customization options related to the ambient lighting. So basically the open door welcome, ignition technology, overspeed warning, these are all displayed to us through the ambient lighting, and the dome lighting linkage that links the light in the high level along with the ambient lighting, and the drive mode. In this option, depending on the drive mode, the ambient lights will be switching. So basically, if you turn off the first option, that ambient light switch, if you turn it off, none of the other functions will work. Whatever color we choose and whatever brightness we are currently in, that will be always set as it is. And the next one is the headlamp delay and the key, a key to turn. That means basically when you turn the indicator lamp, it will flash for how many seconds. That is what they mean by a key to turn. So we can choose how many flashes of indicator is required per one turn. The next one is air settings. That's for the air conditioning. So here are some functions of some really good functions of the car. Unlock active ventilation. That turn this function when the key unlocks, the air conditioning automatically turned on to ventilation. So basically when you unlock the car, it will start the ventilation automatically. And unlock window ventilation, that is a function to roll down all the windows by pressing the unlock button in the remote. And the air condition option, if you turn on this air condition function, what it will basically do is, after turning off the ignition, after 10 minutes the car will automatically clean all the AC vents for any moisture or anything from in the heat exchanger or the air vents itself from inside. And there is another option to choose two different modes of the air conditioning system, that is standard and soft. If we keep it in soft mode, the fan speed will be increasing in a very mild manner. Otherwise, in the standard mode, it will automatically increase or decrease depending on the current temperature inside. The next one is for the forward collision warning. We can turn it on and off, and the sensitivity, etc. And same applicable for the rear cross traffic alert. Next one is parking support. In the parking support, we can turn on and off the side protection that will warn for any objects nearby on the side of the car. Then the parking distance also we can adjust. This remote parking distance is basically, we can control the distance the car can travel once we press the button on the remote control. So next one is to choose the type of notification, voices and reset button, etc. So the next function here is the system settings. Is a major settings of the system. The first one is system itself, that has the time zone and the system language, etc. Next one is the display settings. Here we can choose the brightness of the screen and the screen off effect, that is basically a screen saver. We can choose it as a black or a digital clock or an analog one. Then there is a video view function is there. We can view the videos in this screen from any available storage devices. Now next one is audio. The car has got a really nice 3D surround sound effect called AM 3D audio. I tried the audio system in this car with the system on and off, and I found it really nice when the 3D mode is turned on. And below here we have the equalizer adjustments for the treble, mid and the bass, and the balance and fade controls are given here. Next is a network. Here we can connect the car to any available wireless networks, and the Bluetooth settings are listed below here. Next one is the customize tab. In here we can choose different options for the infotainment as well as for the instrument cluster. Now for the infotainment system, currently we are in the classic mode. Once you turn it into sport, that brings in a red theme with some different layout for the overall menu, and then there is a blue theme for that is called the technology. And the instrument cluster, we have already seen that in the instrument cluster details. The next one is some update and about tab, etc, etc. So that's it about the system settings. So next one is the files. It's for browsing the files inside the available storage or from any USB storage device available. Then we have a car recorder option. We can use the internal memory available or an external memory to record the car movements completely, and it's a really nice feature. You are always getting an in-car dash cam or a camcorder. We can choose even all 4 cameras of the car to record the movements from all 4 angles. Really nice function to have. Then we have something called easy connection, that basically mirrors your screen to the car screen. We have to download an app called EasyCon on your mobile and simply connect it by a USB. Go to mirror the screen so that you can use the navigation function and other functions of the phone. Then there is an air conditioning detailed menu option available here. Here again we have got the options for the heated and cooled seats, air conditioning controllers, and this button right here, kind of a tree, that is for producing some negative ions. It's a really good function to have. So basically what does it do is to create some negative ions inside the cabin, so any particles or dust accumulated on the surface of the seats or any other area, it will fall down automatically and it will be collected by the air conditioning system and filtered, so the car can be kept mostly dust free with this function. So the last option we have is a Qibla function that basically brings the prayer direction. So that's it about the infotainment system. Now coming back in details, in the center we have got some nice physical buttons for the major car functions, such as the heated seats, cooled seats for the driver, then the parking sensors off button, then the automatic parking button, hazard lamps, and the line departure warning on and off, the 360-degree camera function. So that brings the beautiful 360-degree camera of this car. Changan is using a really high quality cameras all around, and we are even getting a 3D view options. You can see that clearly shows all around the car, and Changan has done a really nice job in developing this software. I just felt it really nicely done, and the animations and the stitching is done really well in the software. So the next option here is the heated and cooled seat controls for the passenger. So there are no blank buttons anywhere. That is a really good thing Changan has done here. And then we are coming to the controls for the dual zone automatic AC, and this display right here will be slightly difficult to read when you have more sunlight up there, but always whenever you change the temperature, it will be displayed as a notification on the infotainment screen itself. That's a really nice backup for the screen. And here we have really premium looking toggle switches for the temperature control, fan speed control, and the temperature for the passenger, and the air recirculation controls. And if you press up, that will turn off the air conditioning system itself. So we can simply press the auto button here to bring it back. And there are multiple air conditioning options, along with that negative ion button again given here in the center console. Moving below, we have the start stop button along with another large toggle button for the drive mode selections. The car basically has got 4 driving modes, that is Snow, Sport, Normal and Eco. And then comes the beautiful yacht style gear lever for the 8-speed transmission. It's basically an electronic gear shifter, so we have to press the right side button and put it into drive or reverse. So in any case, at a lower speed, you will have the cameras turned on automatically, and to bring to park mode, simply press the park button. And we also have a manual mode available, in which we can do the up and down shifts by simply pushing the gear lever up and down. So then we have got the electronic parking brake control. That's it. The 2 nicely spaced cup holders along with the phone holder there. And we have got the area for the power outlets and the USB connections, along with some card holders. So the placement of these things, I didn't find it really well, because of which we are not getting any tray kind of storage in this car. And here in the center, we have got a nice center console storage, which is deep enough to store many stuffs. Let's have a look at the glove box. It's a decent sized one. And at top, we have a rear view mirror, which has got the manual dimming option. And on the top here, we have a really nice dome light, and this switch controls the dome lights. This is a really bright one actually. And also we have got the reading lamps for driver and passenger separately. There is a nice and large sunroof available here, and the controls are located right here. Simply press and hold to close it automatically. Roof headliners are finished in white cloth here in this particular model, with some nice door handles. There are illuminated vanity mirrors available, and the light has to be turned on manually. And as we discussed earlier, there are memory seat functions available here. So it works really simple. Once the car is in a park mode, adjust the seat to the desired position. Simply press the set button, and it will ask here to press the desired button within another 3 seconds. So simply press on L1 and L2 for 3 seconds after pressing the set button, and it will store to that particular level. And once it is stored, next time somebody adjusts the seats, simply you can press the L1 or L2 button to bring back your desired seating position, along with the adjustments of the outside rear view mirror. That's it about the front cabin of CS-85. So let's check out the rear seat spacing and features. Opening up the rear doors, we have similar material finishes given here, along with that leather and piano black finishes below that, with that beautiful ambient lighting, metallic speaker grills, some nice storage pocket, and the window controls are given here. And again, another large metallic speaker with some hard touch plastic finishes at the bottom. So here is a look at the rear seat layout. They are 60/40 foldable seats. Let's step inside. Stepping into the rear seat, you can see there is enough leg space available for me, and the front seats are adjusted to my level. I am 6 feet tall, and this is the knee room available here. It's really nice, and I'm getting a decent amount of headroom as well here. So even with a slopey roof line, the car gives us enough space inside this rear cabin. That's a really good advantage of this car. Now talking about the seats itself, the finishes are really good. All 3 passengers gets the headrests, which are adjustable, and in the center we have got a nice retractable armrest with 2 cup holders. There are no visible hump in the center. That is another advantage of this car. And there are 2 AC vents finished with some nice piano black element, with 2 USB ports for charging the electronic device. There are some storage pockets given behind here, and there are some nice LED reading lamps also given, with some grab handles. You can see the airbags here, so the car has got full side curtain airbags. And here is a look towards the beautiful front cabin. So now let's drive the CS-85 and see how it performs. Let's take a look at the engine bay. So what we are looking at is a very nice and tightly packed engine bay of the CS-85. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine producing 233 horsepower and 360 Newton meters of torque and mated with an 8-speed automatic gearbox. It's a really well-packed engine bay right here with some nice amount of insulation and a Changan logo on the top. So let's drive the car and see the performance now. So let's try the automatic parking function now. The car is detecting the nearby parkings. Once it is shown on the screen, we can stop the car. So here it is. The car detects the parking. We can simply select the parking, and it's asking us to push the brake pedal and press and hold the parking button for 2 seconds. So now it's asking to release the brake. So here the car starts its automatic parking. So here in this particular model, we don't even need to switch the gears from reverse to forward. Everything is done by the car itself. So that's a pretty nice feature. Literally, we don't have to do anything and the car comes to a full parking mode by itself. That's it. Simple. So similarly, now let's try for a parking out function. Let's choose the out and put the indicator to the desired position. Now push the brake, press and hold the parking button. Now again the car starts the process. It's reversing first, pretty close, and now it's turning by itself and taking the car out of the parking space easily and smoothly. That's it. Now we can take the control and drive out. So pretty straightforward and very easy to use, and it is a precise system here by Changan. We have seen this function in many other brands, but this one I felt much more precise and easy to use. So now driving the CS-85. The first impressions are it's really a nice place to be in this cabin. Everything looks really premium. Everything is laid out really well. And the seating position is excellent. Only negative side I felt was the thigh support is slightly on a lesser side. The seat is almost kind of a flat design. So that's sometimes little annoying for tall people like me. So a little bit of a thigh support or an adjustable thigh support was a better option. Other than that, the seating position is really nice, and the access in and out is really nice, especially with this memory seats and that seats moving away function. All this makes the entry and exit really easy, and we have got that nice tall seating position. The driving feel is awesome, and talking about the visibility, I didn't felt any issue with the visibility. Obviously the coupe design cuts off some rear visibility through the center rear view mirror, but that's been covered with this large outside mirrors. And then along with this high quality 360-degree camera system, the visibility is not at all an issue in this car. We'll need some time to get used to the size of the car, then it's perfect to maneuver. Now coming to the ride comfort, it's really a comfortable ride in this car. The seat cooling and seat heating functions, and combining with this nice mood lighting all around, makes the driving really an enjoyable one in this CS-85. The car is not built for an off-road purpose. It's a front-wheel drive car only, but still 233 horsepower with 360 Nm of torque is more than enough for this size of a car to reach 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds. It's a really good number. And the driving fun, I found the better driving fun obviously in the sport mode. So at slower speeds, if you have the indicators on the particular side's camera, turns on, and that gives us very clear visibility about the side so that we can avoid hitting the curbs and all. Really nice feature. And one downside again I found was the lack of storage spaces in the center console. We are getting only this slot kind of a storage for keeping one mobile phone, and then there are two cup holders. That's it. There is no any tray kind of storage, just any other things we can keep inside this center console storage. The car comes with almost all safety features available, like line departure warning, forward collision warning, and forward collision emergency brake assist, rear cross traffic. So almost everything is filled up in this car, so that really makes the driving really easy. So there is no line keep assist in this car. It's only line departure warning that warns you with an alarm whenever you are going out of the line, and there is no automatic steering to keep the car back to the line. And the reachability is generally perfect. There is no issue in reaching out the infotainment or these physical buttons. Everything is in a reachable position, and our hands are properly rested on this 8-speed gear lever. And coming to the infotainment system, it's really an easy to use one, and really responsive as well. Even the navigation system of Changan is also a really easy to use, especially that looks kind of similar to a Google map, so it's easy for everyone to read and understand. There is no confusion, nothing in that. Only thing is, it doesn't give you the real-time traffic alert and all. It's not connected to the online, even though the infotainment system has got an Wi-Fi connection options. That doesn't bring any online traffic information to the map. But that's fine. You always have the easy connection option to connect to your mobile phone and use the available maps. And now coming towards the audio system, the car has got a 10-speaker audio system with a 3D surround option. That's really nice option to have at this price point. It does the job really well, gives you good bass, good thump, and overall listening experience is really nice. There is no distortion, nothing is there. FM radio reception is also really good. For a tall car like this, the body roll and all is really nicely balanced by Changan. Gives you really good, really nice confidence to drive through the corners. One thing really missing in this car is an all-wheel drive system that would have helped you to do some minor off-roadings. Now talking about the fuel economy, it's consuming around 12 to 13 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. That's really a decent number for a 2-liter car. So there is no compromise in the fuel economy as well. Altogether, I really enjoy the drive in the CS-85 for last couple of days, and it's a really good option to consider at this price point. Whoever is considering a mid-size crossover with ample space inside for all 5 passengers, if you are planning to buy a mid-size SUV, do consider this car, the CS-85. It's a nice looking coupe, a really good option in the mid-size SUV segment. So that's it about the CS-85. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll be back with some new videos very soon. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you like my videos. We'll be back with some good videos very soon. Till then, drive safe, take care, and goodbye.